Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 25th of 2022, and as we get closer to TV shows out there like Andor, Bad Batch 2, as well as Tales of the Jedi, that only means that we are getting a couple of steps closer to the release of The Mandalorian Season 3, which by the way is slated for a February of 2023 release. Unfortunately, in case you guys did not know, it was delayed from holiday of this year until 23, so that Favreau and Filoni can focus more on the storytelling and to focus on a better story to be told. And plus, they're also doing additional filming, not that they're doing reshoots or anything like that would raise a couple of red flags, but they are doing additional filming to actually add more to the story that's going to connect itself to The Mandalorian Season 4. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about Favreau and Filoni is that they really are doing everything in their power to really bring Star Wars back to its roots, back to the vision of George Lucas and exactly, what he actually did with the Star Wars franchise. So that means, number one, that a lot of Star Wars legends are going to be pretty much implemented into all the projects moving forward with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. One great example is Mando Season 3, Mando 4, and the Ahsoka Tano series is going to be heavily influenced by Legends material, and it's going to set up the entire future of the series. So, moving forward from all of this, one thing that a lot of fans have been very much curious about is exactly what's going on with Jon Favreau right now besides Mando 3 and 4 and the Ahsoka series. Well, there is one thing that has been going on behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. We're going to dive right into this and exactly what's been going on and exactly how it led to conflict with one of the Star Wars directors that worked on a past project already. Now, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now focused on their new Star Wars TV shows and projects that will be announced by this fall, creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are about to reveal some major announcements at both D23 and Disney Plus Day. However, it's noted that behind the scenes, creator Jon Favreau is getting ready to make some drastic changes on one of the upcoming Star Wars projects. Now, recently Favreau finalized the firing of director Robert Rodriguez from working on the Book of Boba Fett Season 2, which has now finally been greenlit and was on and off production tentatively for a very long time that Disney executives were trying to get Rodriguez off the series' continuation. Now, Favreau was able to recently make that call by taking Rodriguez off the second season, since the Book of Boba Fett Season 2 is set to focus on a more bounty hunting and of course more darker and grittier story that's going to be more action driven, that will involve more helmet time, also for Boba Fett this time around. Now, Favreau made this decision based on the fact that Boba Fett as a series got lots of negative feedback for the episodes that Rodriguez had more creative power over, that of course gave him the power as executive producer. Now, Favreau knew that the series would not do as well if they had moved forward with Robert again on, of course, the Book of Boba Fett Season 2. However, Favreau is said to have some pretty exciting plans for the second season this time around that will involve many surprise cameos that will take fans by surprise, all of which will be a mixture of heroes and villains in the show that are going to advance the story for Boba Fett this time around. Now, Favreau is already planning to bring in Han Solo as a cameo for the Book of Boba Fett Season 2, where additionally the approach with this installment is to take a big story from Star Wars Legends that focused on bounty hunters that will apply to the series. So, let me just, stop here for 1 second before we get on to the more exciting material, is that the Book of Boba Fett as a series, I have to be honest, there are elements in there that I really loved. Of course, the cameos, alright, of course. We all love that. But did it really relate to Boba Fett as a show? Absolutely not. We love the whole Luke, Ahsoka, Din Djarin, and Grogu cameos, for sure. Those 4 major cameos are awesome. But there's no denying the fact that, in case you guys did not know, originally Boba Fett as a series was supposed to be this real short, really short, 4-episode mini-series. And that could very well be the reason as to why we had 2-3 episodes, give or take, of cameos that actually featured all these different characters. So, moving forward from all of this, alright, when we actually go ahead and examine everything of what Favreau is doing by letting go of Robert Rodriguez, pretty much getting rid of him, firing him off the project, and not that he had anything against him personally, it was just business, because he knew that he didn't really fit Star Wars, really. He didn't really fit the vision of George, and what he did, I forgot which episode they debuted in, the motorbike gang, alright, where these motorbikes looked like they were from the 1950s in Star Wars. It just looked very off to me, and they were all colored weird too. I know a lot of you guys will agree with me on that, on how weird that bike chase was. But there's no denying the fact that when we actually see episodes like that were done by Robert Rodriguez, where he took a lot of his movies and used that as inspiration to throw in Star Wars, it just did not work. What Rodriguez essentially did was he took elements from Alita Battle Angel, Spy Kids, and even Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and threw them all into Star Wars, alright? Now, I do love Once Upon a Time in Mexico, great film, but it has like a cornier side to the story, and I can see how that corniness kind of got thrown into the Book of Boba Fett many times, right? So, as I say, Favreau is on his A-game. He's really making sure that things are going to turn around for the better, moving on. Now, Favreau is planning to announce the series officially by this fall and is aiming to have Disney drop the announcement on Disney Plus Day with a 2024 release window that they are aiming for. Tamora Morrison is said to have been the one that convinced Favreau to create a second season after it was cancelled and off the table by Bob Chapek until a month ago when Favreau made a fantastic pitch to the Disney executives that interested them to have the new season hold a totally different theme. Now, Ming-Na Wen is still set to return to the show, however, big-name bounty hunters are set to make appearances in this series, just as Cad Bane did in Season 1, who, by the way, is also set to return, which confirms that his death was not the case, and that he indeed did survive. Favreau is getting ready to begin writing the series by this August, and is planning to begin filming sometime during the fall of 23 to get things out by 24 sometime. Now, Kathleen Kennedy is very unhappy over the fact that Favreau fired Rodriguez from the project as director and executive producer. So, here's the deal about this, alright? In case you guys did not know about The Mandalorian Season 3 and 4, they both are being worked on back-to-back. Alright, so just keep that in mind that they are being worked on back-to-back, not filmed per se, back-to-back, but they are being worked on at the same exact time, and this gives Favreau a lot more breathing room to slowly work his way into the Book of Boba Season 2, because that's going to be more on the shorter end than what they're planning to do with Mando 4, by the way, that they are planning to extend the show into 12 episodes, maybe even more than that, instead of the typical 8. So, I like that. I mean, when you look at Andor, I believe that's also a 12-parter right now as well. Whether or not each episode's going to be shorter than usual, that's also another big question. For all we know with Andor, a lot of those episodes could be running at 28, 29 minutes long. I mean, seriously, that could very well be likely. So, overall, let me know what you guys have to say about everything related to this, because it is a very, detailed development of what Favreau did by letting go of Rodriguez and getting new creatives on board to handle the Book of Boba moving ahead. So overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.